We'll call the meeting to order of the Judicial Commission. The first thing on the agenda is approval of the minutes. Does everybody have a copy? Do I have a motion? Anybody?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next thing we need to do, according to our lawyer, is go into private session.
We do. We need to go into executive session. We have a matter of threatened litigation, and so we have the authority to do that under the Smith County Education Association Act case from years ago. I will explain to you what has happened, where we are. You can ask questions, but we cannot take any votes. Any votes that will be required will have to be done in an open meeting when we return. So
Okay.
at this point in time, what we need to do is the five of you, myself, and Kiana to stay in here. We need everybody else to vacate the premises.
Okay.
He said we're good.
Okay, we're going to resume the meeting in the session. The next thing on the agenda is public comment. The only thing, it turns out, on the agenda, the first item is the appointment of a judicial commissioner has been scratched, so we don't have that. The next one is disposition of the complaint. Now, that's strictly discussion of the disposition. We don't discuss the complaint in the meeting. It's now to the time of being investigated, so at that time, we will appoint someone to investigate the complaint.
Yeah, I need to make my comments,
But
Mr. John.
Mr. Jennings is going to make another comment concerning this.
I have to tell you again, the Smith County Education Association case allows me to meet with you in what's commonly referred to as executive session. When there is a matter of pending or threatened litigation. There has been litigation threatened this afternoon against the county commission. So I've discussed that with the committee, and we have talked about where we are now. And so we know that we have pending right now a complaint, and we also have a letter from an attorney threatening legal action. My advice to you as a committee would be to appoint a third-party investigator to investigate both of these, both the complaint and the threatened litigation. And my recommendation to you would be Angelita Fisher, who we have hired before to do an investigation. She is available. She is willing to take on the responsibilities, and she has indicated to me that she thinks she can complete within 15 days. Our discussion around the table was to enlarge that to 21 days, if needed, not to
Okay.
exceed 21 days. So I think the first thing you need is a motion to employ Ms. Fisher as the third-party investigator to investigate the complaint and the threatened legal action not to exceed 21 days.
I make a motion to employ Angelita Fisher to investigate both the complaint and the threatened legal action.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. and
All right.
Once we have another discussion coming up. These complaints and counter complaints are issued by two different judicial commissioners. So we discussed this, and Mr. Jennings recommended that both of these be placed on administrative leave with pay for up to but not exceeding 21 days. Do we have a motion to do that?
So.
Second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and one other item is, as a result of this, we're going to have an interim Director of the Judicial Commission Office. Now, it's been mentioned that one commissioner in the office, and that would be Stacy, is that her name?
Not a commissioner, I think. that was
Judicial
just-
Commissioner, Judicial
Yes.
Commissioner.
She is a judicial commissioner.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, yes, yes.
How about- I'll make it clearer for you.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to appoint Stacy Swindell as the interim director for the next 21 days, or until the regular director is able to come back,
If she agrees.
if she agrees.
If she agrees, and if she does not, we probably need to recess this meeting tonight to come back and talk about that.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay. I'll second that. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Now,
Okay.
going along with that is we are now in an adversarial position. My advice to you then and my advice to you now is to not comment on this to anyone about it, not to talk to any of the individuals involved other than Ms. Swindell, of course. And that the less said, the better while this investigation is going on, not to prejudice the investigation in any way. I do not intend to talk to anyone other than attorneys and to Ms. Fisher or Ms. Swindell if she needs legal advice. I'll be glad to help with that. The other thing is that the parties that are placed on administrative leave without pay do not need to go back into that office at this time, other than to get their personal belongings, and Ms. Scruggs has agreed to go with them to do that. But there are allegations that there are outside feeds from that office to other locations. That needs to stop. Everything that happens over there needs to stay in-house. And that's my advice to y'all, that we do that.
Just
Okay.
to
Who's going
clarify?
Who's going to talk to Ms. Swindell about this? Are you going to talk to her?
Well, I think
I
Kiana
think
is.
Kiana was
Oh,
going to.
Kiana, okay, you're going to do
I
that?
hope Kiana is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to clarify, I think you misspoke just a moment ago in saying that these
Awesome.
parties would be on leave without pay.
I meant
But
with
we
pay.
just,
With pay.
we just
With-
voted
I'm
with
sorry.
pay. Okay, that's right. I just
Okay.
wanted to
I'm
clarify because I
Thank
think you misspoke, that's all.
I did.
Now, is
Okay.
it something that we need to vote on as far as removing the feed from the office, or?
I don't
I
think
don't
we
know if
need to
that's
vote
part
on
of
that. do we?
policy there, or what that is.
What do y'all think? I mean,
Well, I don't know what feeds are there, what are not there, because I'm not
Right.
I'm not in the office. And,
I didn't know there was an external feed to begin with.
I don't know that there are. I'm just saying that there.
I don't think we need to vote on anything if we are not 100% sure there actually is an existing external feed.
I don't know.
So-
I think the only thing they may be referring to is the ability to access the software or see what complaints are filed, I think that's what that may be referring, I don't know,
Okay.
so.
I mean, I know that they have security cameras over there, but I didn't think you could access them externally.
No, I think, what I'm saying is when a warrant's written,
Right.
that access to that,
Oh, to that
System.
system? Okay, is that what we're talking? When I think feed, I think cameras.
I don't-
So
I
that's
don't
what I
know,
was
yeah.
not understanding.
Well, I do think you need to go on record as saying that the two employees that have been placed on administrative leave with pay are not to go back into that office after they obtain their personal belongings.
Or if there is a feed, they're not allowed to access that feed.
Yes.
If it is in place.
I mean, that's up to y'all to make
Do we
that
need to
motion.
vote on that then?
Okay, I make a motion
Okay.
we do that.
Okay.
I make a motion.
Okay.
I'll
for that.
second.
well,
Any other discussion?
yeah, what about leaving everything that's county-owned or county paid for? Phones, computers,
I
anything
think
like
that's-
that in the office?
That's kind of a given, I think.
That makes sense, because I know that
No.
these,
Givens are best
Yeah.
said, though.
yeah, well, I mean, I think the thing that was said was you can get personal items, but,
Right.
which would mean your county, anything that's county owned, including county issued cell phones, should be in
Phones,
the,
laptops.
left in the office.
That'll be covered in the letter.
To be covered in law.
Okay.
Good.
Okay? Okay, this time,
to vote.
we need to
You do-
vote?
Yeah. We have a motion and a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, now, as of right now, we're done with our business.
Do we need to make a motion to recess?
I would.
I would,
in case you
that's
need
what
to.
that's what I'm saying, I'm looking for a motion to recess. And we recess till,
To the call of the chairman.
till we need to meet again for the chairman.
Yes, sir.
I make a motion to recess until the call of the chairman to come back into session.
Okay, or recess. Okay,
All right.
I don't think we need to vote on that. Okay, we're done.